Hi everyone, this is Chris Brown, otherwise known on Facebook as Chris Vote for Obama Brown. This is my Iowa caucus 2012 predictions. Now, you may not want to quote me on this, but just by recent events and what I've seen in the news and just talking to other people around Facebook, I'm going to come up with this. Now, as you know, I kept on saying it was going to be a Kane, Ron Paul kind of ticket. Well, that kind of blew apart, alright? So, with my predictions, I say that in Iowa, Ron Paul is going to win it, with Rick Santorum second, Mitt Romney third, Michelle Bachmann fourth, Newt Gingrich fifth, Rick Perry sixth, and John Huntsman on the seventh. Now, there are other candidates, but obviously they do not matter in this. So, that's what I picked. Anyways, Ron Paul to win it. Just because of the young vote. And his name is very easy to spell, and you have to write it down. Now, people with harder names to spell, I think most people will know how to spell Santorum. Rick Santorum is trying to be what I call, he's part of the Slick Ricks of this campaign. Alright, you got him and Rick Perry, Slick Ricks. Rick Santorum never liked him. I live in Pennsylvania. I've seen his work. I hate him. I really, truly hate him. I despise his kind of attitude and his way of thinking. He's way too damn conservative. He's more like a Nazi infiltrator or something. I mean, he really is like a Nazi. And that, I mean, he's just too strict. And that you got to give a little bit of leeway to people. All right. Mitt Romney, he has the most money. He got them super PACs going. We'll get into that a little bit later on. Michelle Bachmann, she won this, but she slowly fell apart. In that, I think that she has a good meaning to her, but she slowly fell apart. Newt Gingrich was good at first, and then he was bad, and then this, and then that. But I just don't think that Newt Gingrich can pull it off. He's too much of their flip-flopper on their category, you know. Rick Perry, well, yeah. John Huntsman, well, hey man, he may be one of the most qualified of the candidates there because of his international beings with China and knowing how much of a super powerhouse that country is right now. It would be an asset to have him around in somebody's I don't know, inner circle, you know, as an advisor, but I don't think as president, you know. I don't think he really qualifies too much for that. Ron Paul, like I said, young voters. I got several different people that I know on Facebook that love Ron Paul. I mean, you go anywhere on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen it, especially in the Occupy movement groups. You always see Ron Paul's name popping up, you know. They like him. He says everything that they want to hear, and that his main thing is that he wants to legalize drugs. So the young kids and that, the ones that are 18 to 27, that field there is just falling in love with him right now. You know, even up to 36. You know, they're falling in love with him. But me, I'm still gonna vote for Obama. As you can read my shirt. Bullshit. I've worn this shirt every single time that I have voted, underneath of other shirts, obviously. But, found it at Spencer's Gifts one time and picked it up, cut the sleeves off, you know. I had to. Larry the Cable Guy kind of deal. You know, I'm still somewhat of a redneck, and living out here in the sticks. But, anyways, I want to get on to some other business. That's Iowa. That's my predictions. We'll find out come Tuesday into Wednesday. I got to work at night, so I won't find out until I get off of work who actually won it, or I will actually check news coverages and that. I go on break between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'll check then to see who won it. But I'm still saying that Ron Paul is going to walk away with the straw poll. And I think Huntsman will collapse on this one, and Rick Perry may fold too. He may fold up his campaign and find out that he doesn't have enough to go on. So that's just my predictions, anyways. Other business, we here in a society of Democrats, we love Obama. People ask me, why do you like Obama? Well, like the people that like Ron Paul, in that when I was a little bit younger, I watched him in the 2004 DNC main speech that he put on. I was there like, where is this guy? That's the first time I ever heard of him, Barack Obama. And I was there like, where did this guy come from? You know, he is saying everything that I say, everything that I feel. A lot of people put that up there, and my friend's mom, and that she always told me, she was there like, Brownie, you should run for president. And then whenever she heard Obama speak, she said like, Brownie, this is the guy. You ought to become his vice president. And that, no, I'm not going to take on that big of a job. You know, I mean, I'm the type of person that believes in true freedom, not restricted freedom. We have too much restricted freedom as is. The jails are overcrowded because of it. Stupid, petty little crimes that they throw you in jail for. You know, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You get caught on the street, sleeping on the street, you're homeless. You ain't got a dime to your name. You know what they do? They throw you in jail for 10 days. Because every day that you're in jail, they could get $100 out of the taxpayers' money. And it goes to that jail. Every day that you're in jail in South Carolina, and J. Reuben Long, you get $100. The state gets $100 out of it. And then if you got a fine that you got to pay off, they get money on that too. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, Republicans, they want to not raise taxes, but they want to implement more laws to control the herd, so to speak. All right, is what they're saying. But what it does is, instead of raising your property taxes, instead of raising your school taxes and vehicle registration taxes, instead of doing that, they would rather implement more laws and have more people pay fines. Because their motto is, hey, you fucked up, that's your fault. Pardon the language, but that's the way that they feel. All right? They believe in free will. You have the free will to do what you want to do, you know, but only under the guidelines that we implement in our laws. And I don't really think that that's right. You know, a lot of people want to do stuff for fun that they're not being able to. And skateboarding, for one thing. Nobody likes skateboarders, and that Republicans put down so many damn laws on it. You know, I could probably go through and show you different ones in that, set up links, or you could check it out yourself. But it was mainly a Republican that put the laws into place because too many people were getting hurt, you know, on public property and on other property. And then that turned into lawsuits and people suing for this and people suing for that. And that's a big subject right there. That's why you have so many laws, is the right to sue in America. That's why I've always said, people ask who rules this country, I always say it's the insurance companies. It always is, you know. If you didn't have the right to sue people as frequently as you did, there wouldn't be so many laws. But the laws are not only to keep you safe and the public safe from you, but it's also to have the right to sue, to keep the lawsuits down, so more people don't get sued for stupid shit, you know, like skateboarding or I don't know what the heck it is. I heard a law against parkour, and that where people run around cities jumping from structure to structure and running up walls and all that other happy stuff that they do. I think you might have seen it before. I've seen that, you know, and it's like, why are you going to implement a law on this? There is a lot of stupid laws, and now it's going into the school system. Schools are now starting to crack down even more. If I was in school right now, I probably would have been kicked out. I was a kind of a prankster and a practical joker. I'll put it to you this way. Back in high school, they were remodeling my school. And I went ahead and noticed that the TVs that they were putting up, the new TVs that they were putting up, had the same, they were the same TV as the one that I had at home. So what I did is I went out there and I got a, what the heck was it? My TV screen blank here. Okay, there we go. I went out and I took the remote into school, and I would go by all the classrooms while they were, like we were switching class, and some classes were still going on. You had to be quiet in the hallway, you know. But what I would do is walk by, and they have windows up there where the TVs were. I would take my remote and go, bink, turn the TVs on. I would just walk down the hall, boom, 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 turning on all the TVs that I could find. All right, and some people noticed, some other people didn't, but they brought somebody in there to check it out, you know. So there was the cost of the repairman that I didn't quite figure in. I figured the teachers would be smart enough to figure something out other than that. But then when I would have classes in those rooms, I would turn on the TV and that, and they were like, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Homeroom was always a trip, you know. So I was a practical joker, but now they would probably, oh man, they would put the hammer down on me. They would probably get me for disorderly conduct, is most likely what would happen, and call I went to school at Greensburg. They would have went ahead and said, Greensburg police. They would have sent them up there, had me arrested, or given me a fine for disorderly conduct. That's a new thing that they're doing in schools now. If you're acting out of class or something like that, they want to get you for disorderly conduct in school. Alright. That's just me rambling on right now. I could keep on going on and on and on about stupid shit that's going on in this country and that I just can't fathom. I want to have fun. We got one life to live here, people. You know? And we want to have fun with it. I do. You know? You don't really need a lot of money to play pranks on people, you know, and have fun with them and that, and grab somebody's mind for a few seconds. I love doing that. Just stop and grab somebody's mind for a few seconds. It's like my friend used to say back in the day. He had this one saying that he always told me about, and he would go, so, like I was saying, we got like a bunch of people out there. That's a prank, by the way. Hopefully everybody's probably trying to figure out what the hell I was going to say next. Anyways, I'm just rambling on, and it's like 5 o'clock in the damn morning. I've been up half the night. I've been watching all kinds of Iowa coverage. I'm getting intense. It's 2012. We got 11 months and 6 days to pull this off, people. You know? I got a lot of friends on Facebook and that right now. I got 1,400. My goal is to reach that 5,000 mark. And that eventually, hopefully, I will get them on there and come closer to election time. But right now, in that, I only got 1,400. So I got a lot of good friends on there. And a couple people asked me to mention their names in some videos. So these are all my Democrat friends out there on Facebook. This is, well, not all of them. This is just a few. I got Jeff Centers, who's a real good friend on Facebook. Do I know any of these people personally? Just one. But I got Jeff Centers, Patton Ferguson, Catherine. Maybe it's Catherine Payton Ferguson. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names. Rosetta Johnson, Delphina Johnson, both sisters. They got a couple real good groups out there backing Obama. Catherine Irby, and she's great. I can't say enough about you, Catherine. I mean, you've been through there. The first three people, Rosetta, Delphina, and Catherine, I was on Facebook before, and then they canceled my account because I kind of got belligerent with a couple people when Donald Trump was running for office. And then Michelle Bachmann came out with something. And I think it was that the crazy eyes from Michelle Bachmann is when I got kicked off of there because I had a website up in that for, what the heck was that? The one lady that killed her baby in that got away with it. Oh, geez. Names are blowing my mind right now. That's how out of it I am. But you know who I'm talking about, the one from Florida. I put up a website, Crazy Bitch, and then I turned it into Michelle Bachmann's picture, and a lot of people got pissed, and I think they canceled me on it, and I got kicked off of Facebook for it. But then I came up with a new account. So, then you got other people in that have stuck by me. Kathleen Roby, Andrew Ree. Here's a good one in that. This girl here speaks her mind. All right, and she don't give a crap. She doesn't really give a shit what the hell anybody says about it. She's gotten into fights with me a couple times. I've gotten into fights with her and that. But you know what? Freedom of speech. So here's props out to you, Eliza Vote Dem Velez. I hope I said that right. A friend from high school, Danielle Highland, who's a Democrat. I didn't really know that until I checked it out. Then we got some good people here in that. We got Kelly Vote Obama Johnson. We got Dems all the way. Sydney Elaine. She's been through it the first time too, and at my first account. David T. Kurtz. I've seen some of his posts. He's very active and very good. Somebody that likes my videos, Ted Athley. I think I said that right. Athley. And then we got Teresa Federer. She's a House Reps in Ohio. Thank you. And then we had a real big one last year, and that one that she was a good Democratic voice on Facebook, and I miss her post. She posted me a couple times, and that we had a couple things in common, and that we would talk back and forth about. But that was on my old account, and then whenever I got the new one, like she said, she lost a lot of her friends on Facebook after you get so many people. I mean, some of these people, some of y'all I haven't heard of in a while, but I still post in those groups. I'm in like 30-some groups. But we lost somebody that was a very good voice for the Democratic Party, and that's Melissa. Her name on Facebook was Ginger Snaps. And if you were a friend of hers and she accepted, you're still in on her friend list. She actually had 2 accounts going as Ginger Snaps. Each one of them, well, the one was like almost 5,000. I think it was 5,000. Then she got 395,000. And people are still posting comments on her page today. And that, but she died tragically in a car accident last year. And she will be forever missed in the community, in the Democratic community. Now, my last one is somebody that's been there through the beginning too. And that's Stacy the Voice Hill. Now, she used to have Stacy Blessed Hill. I think it was her, the Blessed Hill. But the Voice Hill, the voice. That's what it's all about. We got one voice. Alright? We got one vote that we can make. And we can make history again by re-electing Barack Obama for another 4 more years. We have that voice. We have that power to go out there and find as many people as we can that could listen to our voice and try to, try to feel like they need to be a part of it too. That's what it's all about, people. It's all about using your voice to influence many others in the way of life. Now, we got a great thing going on right now in the Democrat Party, but yet a lot of people are stretching it out to be non-political, non-partisan. And that's the Occupy movement. Now, in the Occupy movement, you see many, many people from all walks of life in there. Alright, you will get an array of people there. Now, on the Tea Party front, that is mainly Republicans there. There were Democrats going into the Tea Party at first, but then after a while, Republican strongholds took a part of it, and they moved it more to the Republican side. And I think that's why the Occupy movement isn't going more towards the Democratic side, or Democrat side, than what it is being bipartisan and having many Ron Paul people involved in on it, too. Their main thing is to have less government spending, corporations being a part of politics, and let me tell you something. You're going to have corporations be a part of politics. You'll never get rid of that. What you can get rid of is the super PACs. That's the thing that's killing us right now, is them super PACs. Now, a super PAC is a political organization, much like Mitt Romney's is right now. Mitt Romney has a couple of huge super PACs. Now, these aren't even ones that he associates with. You know, he might not even talk to them that much. He may not. But they sit back and they're running all these negative ad campaigns against Newt Gingrich, Rick Santorum now, Ron Paul, on behalf of Mitt Romney. They also have the ones out there against Barack Obama, comparing him and Clinton, you know, two different people, you know. And so then Obama went after him, and one of his organizations went after him and said that he was two different people. You know, that's the main thing. The word that you're going to hear mainly in this campaign is flip-flopping. And super PACs are the reason why I think you're going to have more flip-flopping ideas and sense and concepts of it than anything else. Because what it is a super PAC could have undisclosed amount of money coming in from anywhere, okay? Any corporation. Now, they could funnel it through. So, say somebody's from a different country. They could get money funneled into this country through a different company and then funnel that through into a super PAC. And super PACs could get money from all over the world. So it's not just an American organization, but super PACs were created by a group called Citizens United. All right, and their main guy was a conservative Republican. He actually won an award. It was a Ronald Reagan Award. You can look it up on Wikipedia if you want to, or do your own in-depth investigation if you don't believe Wikipedia, because anybody can put stuff on there now, I guess. But if you look at it, you can look up Citizens Unite. Look up the guy that started Citizens United. And it's really not Citizens United. It's really dividing the country right now more than what it's uniting the country. I mean, the organization has to be stopped. And one of the people that are doing that is, I think, Senator or Representative Whitehouse in that. I can't remember if he's a senator or if he's a House of Representative or a rep. But he's one to look. Get on his website and check him out. It's Whitehouse, you know. So he's trying to put an end to it and add the super PACs and take down Citizens Unite, because that should be your main focus if you're in the Occupy movement right off the bat. You know, if you're going to use your voice to be heard, use it to be heard by saying that we should destroy Citizens Unite and the super PAC. Stephen Colbert, he has one. He wants to use his for Republicans, and I'm not too sure about him. You know, I don't know if he's putting on an act or a show. I was down in Myrtle Beach whenever he had a sand sculpture and rode up to it on my moped and was there like, wow, man, that's pretty cool. He was way off to the other side, but about half a block away, like you would see the sand sculptures and that from the GOP debate down there in, 2007 or 2008 GOP debate in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you seen all the sand sculptures on the other one, you know, and then all of a sudden you see his way off on the other side. So I don't know if he's actually a Republican or a Democrat or he's just playing games with it. I'm not too sure, but he got a lot of money in that super PAC. And I mean, that's what it's all about, is the money factor. You know, to run this campaign this time around, they're estimating it at like $2 million, or no, $2 billion to run the campaign for president right now, and with putting in the super PACs. You know, that's why you and me, the average citizen, can't do it. We think we know what it's best. You know, we always speak our mind about it, but that's what's great. We got the willpower to do that. So, like I said, we got to stop the super PACs. We got to stop Citizens Unite, and that's why they're trying to get rid of the unions, collective bargaining rights. That's why they're trying to get rid of them. You know, you get rid of them, you knock the unions out of it, because according to the super PACs, you could get an undisclosed amount of money from a corporation and a union, okay? So if you destroy the unions, then all of a sudden you got the corporations, and you got the Democrats saying that they want to raise taxes on the rich, and they want to be able to have the poor, and we want to help the poor, but yet you got the Republicans saying that they don't want to tax the rich, and what they want to do to the poor is implement more laws and make the poor pay more money on stuff that really can't be too much of their fault, but yet they can make a society in which they live in to where they would have to resort to crime. You know, and a lot of people sit back here and say, no, that doesn't happen, you can't do that. Trust me, I've been there. Society brought me to the ground a couple times in my life. I never really turned into anything illegal, alright? Doing anything like robbery or anything like that. I always either strived to go out and get a job to do it, or sat back and waited my turn to get a job so that way I could do it. Or got some kind of government or state assistance if I needed to. I never really wanted to. I always felt like if I would go on food stamps, I would be begging. You know, and it's hard. It's hard for somebody to walk in there and not get food stamps sometimes, you know, and to get government assistance sometimes, you know. But I felt that, hey, look, I'm working. I'm trying to make it. I'm living out of my van. I did this 2 years ago, you know, 2.5 years ago. From November 11, 2008 to, what was it, June 4th, 2010. I lived out of a van, a construction van, you know, just a little construction van, an 89 Dodge Ram 150. I put a futon in there and everything because the economy went straight down the tubes. But instead of going out there and putting up a sign, please help me, woe is me, I'm helpless, or something like that, and I need money, can you please lend me a couple bucks, I'm starving kind of thing. No, I went out there, I filled out applications, I still had an address that I could have. It's always good to go out and get yourself a post office box and an address, post office box, and that, because if you happen to lose your house or something, you still have that post office box, and always remember to pay up on it. I think it's only $40-some a year, you know. But if you feel that you're going to get threatened to get kicked out of your house or something like that, go out and get yourself a post office box, and not a home address. Don't always stick to that, but get yourself a post office box. Because that way you'll always have that post office box. Hopefully, if the post offices are still around, you know. That's another big thing, and that the Republicans screwed us over on, is our mailing system. They implemented that rule where they were taking money out of the post office, and now they want to shut the post offices down. You know, what the hell is that all about? Then what are you supposed to do? Get everything through emails? We're lucky to have a computer here. You know, this computer is old. The computer that I'm on right now, the reason why I hardly even get on it is because I think it was from 2005 or 2004. You know? I mean, it's an old computer. It's real slow. If anybody knows anything about computers, this has 512 MB DDR SD RAM, I think. Whatever the hell that shit means. I'm not computer literate. If I was, I'd probably be making more money right now, you know? So, anyways, if anybody knows anything about memory and what the hell I can do to speed this damn thing up, that would be great, too. Well, I've been chatting here for about 29 minutes on my Iowa predictions. Sorry to take up most of your day and 30 minutes, so I will leave you with this. It's 2012. Game on. We only got a couple more months. 11 months, 6 days. It's going to go by quick, people. Get out the vote. Voice your opinions. Get out the vote. And hopefully, we will re-elect Barack Obama in 2012. Please, get out the vote. Obama 2012. Peace. I'm out of here.